Well, what a week that was. Oil stabilizes, a beautiful green day with earnings just around the corner. Is it looking a little better for us out there? And you had some opportunity this week. Let's see if we made the most of it here on Friday after the bell. Greetings, and salutations to all my brothers and sisters out there. Hey, I hope you had a great week, and I hope you had a great week in the market. It actually wasn't that bad. Another positive week, another bunch of action, both sides. So, really, here, as we said here on this Friday after the bell, you have the Bulls and maybe the Bears both that can do a little celebration. So, it's two-sided action. The market did, however, finish up this week. So, what another great week. And we had a beautiful green day in there that really should have give you the another chance to take care of anything that was underwater or had any problems. Maybe by this time you had some of your options coming up to 21 days to expiration and 14 days to expiration. Maybe you've been holding on to that iron condor a little bit longer and now give you the opportunity to get out of it and get into something else. So I hope you made the most of your time this week in the market, especially on that nice green day. So actually, as I look at the numbers, the all the indexes look up this week. The SPY index was up 4%. The Qs, the triple Qs, were up 5%, and even the Russell, the small cap stock indexes, even the small caps are looking better. So when you have the small cap stocks looking better and large cap stock looking better, hey, things are looking a little bit better. We had oil stabilize. Oil, though it be down 14%, it needs to be down 14%. So when you have oil coming into a little bit of a stabilization and finding its kind of medium price right there, it gives a little bit of buoyancy to the market. Oh, I guess it gives a little bit of a peace and calm to those out there that are worried too much that the world may be coming to an end. But oil's going to stabilize right there for a while, and the markets are digesting that whole thing, and they're coming up. Now they're starting to move up a little bit. We had a lot of the whole sectors that have been kind of dragging, quiet, beaten down, kind of start moving. Tech starts to get a little bit of life. We see semiconductors really getting to life this week. This week we had NVIDIA up 7%, Taiwan Semiconductors up 10%, and AMD, the front runner, hey, they're looking at 14% for the week. So definitely semiconductor stocks are looking good. They're looking good for this week. So you never know what next week could hold, but hey, you know what? It's a little bit of a positivity. And actually, if you're a new trader and you're brand new to the market, this is a golden time right now when those markets have been beaten down for a little while and then they start to make a little bit of a jump. There's usually a little bit of hesitation in some of the stocks and some of the markets to where you can get in there and really make the most out of your strangles. For you as a new trader will be using the iron condor, but both strategies, whatever, they're close to the same. But both of those should be playing out really well right now for you. But the volatility is dropping, which is a positive thing in essence. Because if you're a premium seller or even a premium buyer, you want that volatility up there a little bit. You don't want it to go way down into the teens because then everything's cheap. Everything's not really worth buying or getting into, or you find hard entry points and everything. So we want that volatility to be up over 20. At least me personally, I do. The way I trade, I want that volatility at least to be over 20. Under 25, though, it starts getting over 25, then you get a little bit of hectic, gets a little bit crazy, and some of your trades don't have the same stability that they used to. Because, hey, volatility means the same thing wherever you use it. It means there's action. It means there's craziness going on. That means there's wildness in it. So we do want a little wildness, not too much wildness in the market, though, because wildness does create opportunity for us premium sellers and premium buyers. So volatility is down just, I think, right before that, probably about the 19 point something right now. Not bad. We'll take it. That's good enough. It shows, again, another more stable indicator to the market kind of ironing everything out. And so, you really want to look now, maybe next week, into, hey, are semiconductors still doing well? Hey, there's those space stocks we talked about. How are they doing out? Now, see if those space stocks jumped up again and they're finding a little bit of a plateau. Is it a time to play them the other way? Is it time to get short on them? I mean, only you can decide that because, hey, this isn't financial advice and I'm no financial advisor. We're just here talking about the market and after the bell and how the market went for us and the week that was and different strategies. So I really encourage you. For some odd reason, Palantir this week seems to not be able to get out of its own way. Everybody around it's doing great, and somehow it's down 14% for the week. So And don't forget, do not forget, there's another earnings coming around the corner. You may have seen a couple earnings pop up. Now, I don't know if you're somebody who trades earnings or has ever traded earnings, but the lure of earnings really is the volatility of the earnings. Whenever somebody's having their earnings coming up, the stock's volatile. It always is, no matter what the stock is. There's always an increase in volatility. But that's a two-sided coin. It can be good and bad. And really, studies have found that over the earnings periods, really it comes out about 50-50, 50 good, 50 bad. But here's the problem. You never know what it's going to be. You never know what the people are going to decide. How many times, so many times, I've seen companies come out with great earnings, their stock sinks. Come out with mediocre earnings, and their stock rises. There's really sometimes no logic, rhyme, or reason to it, which should surprise nobody because the stock market itself often has no rhyme or reason to it. So if you want to play earnings, you can go in there, but just understand it's a very, very, very skeptical time. You can get in there and maybe you want to play it after earnings. Maybe you want to take advantage of it just before earnings. Maybe you want to do some kind of calendar spread where you protect yourself a little bit with a further out in time dated option backed up against a closer dated option. But that's another story. But earnings are coming around the corner. And if you wish to play those, it is an exciting time and it can be a very good time as long as you know the stocks that you're getting into. I do not recommend playing earnings for stocks that you have no idea about because you don't know the fluctuation of the stock. It could be a stock that you get into that you really don't know, and it has a tendency to swing $20 or $30, and you don't know that. Well, you can just easily get burned down because of lack of knowledge. So stick to what you know, stick to what you're comfortable with, stick to what you're familiar with, and it'll serve you very well. So whenever you look forward to next week, look to the earnings, what's coming up. Banks always lead out of the way. So even if you have stocks with companies that have earnings coming up, you can always get some good leverage there as well. So, stay on the oil. It's a good time to watch oil. Might be a good time to get into a little bit of an oil position, as well as I usually trade USO, but you also have, of course, the big dog CL in the futures. It is a good time to keep looking at those semiconductor stocks, see what space stocks are doing while SpaceX comes running up to its IPO this summer. And just keep playing the market. Keep playing the hand you're dealt. Get that portfolio cleaned up, save your buying power, and just be patient right now. The stock market's not exactly showing you which way it's going to go. So just be patient, be cautious, and be able to be nimble. If you get into something and the next day it turns around and you have 30% profit on the option, well, I would take it off. Why wait for 20% for another 3 weeks or 4 weeks? Get it and go. Take your money, run, go get something else going on. But you know what? You're doing a great job. It's a great time and it's looking a little bit better. So it's always more fun whenever the market's going a little bit up. I hope you had a great week. I hope you continue to have a great week. I hope your portfolio does fantastic next week. So enjoy your weekend with whatever it is you may do. Like and subscribe to the video. Join us for the next one. And until we meet again, cheers.